Here's something most Canadians don't realize. Over 60% of seniors are already breaking laws in 2025, and they don't even know it. Not because they're committing crimes, but because Canada's rules are shifting so quickly that simple things, like how you leave your will, how you split your pension, or even how you handle emails from work, can put you on the wrong side of the law. The scary part? These aren't small mistakes. They can cost you thousands of dollars, strip away benefits you've worked decades for, or in some cases even take control of your healthcare decisions out of your hands. That's not fearmongering, that's reality. Think about it. You could have your pension clawed back because you didn't adjust to new tax thresholds. You could be evicted from your rental because you didn't know the updated protections. Or you could leave your family in chaos because your will wasn't recognized by a provincial court. The good news is this: knowledge is power. If you understand these laws, you can protect yourself and your loved ones. So today, I'm breaking down the 10 Canadian laws every senior needs to know in 2025. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because some of these changes are massive. Number 10. Digital wills are now legal. For the first time in Canadian history, several provinces now recognize digital wills as fully legal documents. That means you can create, sign, and store your will online without needing stacks of paper, in-person meetings, or trips to the lawyer's office. This change came after years of pressure to modernize estate planning, especially during and after the pandemic when face-to-face meetings became difficult. On the surface, it looks like a huge win for convenience. Seniors can manage their affairs from home without physical limitations holding them back. But here's the problem. Convenience doesn't erase complexity. Every province has its own rules about how a digital will is made, who must witness it, and how it must be stored. If you don't follow those rules precisely, your will could be thrown out as invalid. That could mean your estate doesn't go where you intended, your children or grandchildren get caught in costly court battles, and your final wishes are ignored. The lesson here is simple. Digital wills are only as good as the platform and process you use. Don't just type one out and save it on your laptop. That's not enough. Use a government-approved or certified service, confirm it meets your province's legal requirements, and always tell your executor where it's stored. Better yet, keep a secure PDF or printed backup. The technology is new, which means courts are still figuring out how to interpret it. You don't want your family to be the test case for a law that was supposed to make life easier. Number 9. The right to disconnect. Many Canadian seniors are choosing to work part-time or on contract after retirement, whether for extra income, social interaction, or just to stay busy. But with that often comes the same stress you thought you'd left behind. Bosses who call after hours, coworkers who email on weekends, and the constant pressure to stay available. That's where the right to disconnect law comes in. It requires companies with a certain number of employees to have clear policies protecting workers from being contacted outside their scheduled hours. For seniors, this means freedom from feeling tethered to a phone or computer just to keep a job. It's about protecting your time and your peace of mind. The challenge is, not every employer is being upfront about this law. Some count on workers, especially older workers, not knowing their rights. If you've rejoined the workforce in any capacity, ask directly, "What's your disconnect policy?" They are legally required to have one. And then enforce it. Set boundaries, don't answer emails after hours, and don't let guilt drag you back into a 24/7 work cycle. You've spent decades contributing to the workforce. These laws were designed to respect your time. Use them. Because protecting your personal space isn't selfish, it's your legal right. Number 8. Pension splitting changes. For years, pension splitting was one of the best strategies Canadian couples had to minimize taxes. The idea was simple: shift some of your retirement income to your spouse to balance things out and reduce your overall tax bill. But 2025 has brought big changes. The CRA has updated income brackets and benefit thresholds, meaning that the exact same strategy that saved you money last year might actually cost you this year. Seniors who don't revisit their numbers could face unexpected tax bills, reduced old age security, or even GIS clawbacks. It's a painful lesson. What worked before doesn't necessarily work now. The way forward is to be proactive. Don't wait until tax season to discover the damage. Review your income plan annually with a professional who understands retirement finances. Ask specific questions about how the new rules affect your household. Even small adjustments, like changing the percentage you split or the timing of withdrawals, can make a big difference. Think of pension splitting as a moving target. If you're not reviewing it regularly, you're probably leaving money on the table, or worse, giving money back to the government unnecessarily. Number 7. MAID expansion. Medical assistance in dying has always been one of Canada's most controversial laws, and in 2025, it has expanded once again. This year marks the inclusion of people suffering exclusively from mental illness, provided strict criteria are met. On one side, this is being praised as compassionate care for those who have endured untreatable psychiatric suffering for years. On the other side, critics argue it puts vulnerable people at risk. For seniors, the expansion raises an urgent issue: advanced care planning. Even if you're not personally considering MAID, the rules around who can qualify and under what circumstances can directly affect how end-of-life care is handled. Here's the important part: MAID is not a quick or simple process. It requires multiple medical evaluations, waiting periods, and proof that all other treatments have been tried. If you're a senior updating your healthcare directives, you need to decide now how you want to approach this law. Do you want it included in your directives as an option or not? These are deeply personal choices, but ignoring the law won't make it go away. Talk to your doctor, your family, and a legal professional. By clarifying your wishes now, you protect yourself and take pressure off your loved ones later. Number 6. New care home rights. The pandemic revealed just how vulnerable seniors in care homes can be. In 2025, several provinces have responded by introducing or strengthening a Residents' Bill of Rights. These laws guarantee that seniors in long-term care have the right to dignity, privacy, informed consent, and freedom from retaliation if they file complaints. That means a resident can refuse treatment they don't want, demand privacy in their room, and speak up about poor conditions without fear of punishment from staff. It's a major shift in accountability for facilities that, for too long, operated with little oversight. But rights are only powerful if they're used. Too often, seniors and their families don't even know these protections exist. Facilities are now legally required to post them and inform residents, but you should still ask for a copy. Keep it on hand. If a caregiver ignores your requests, disrespects your choices, or invades your privacy, you now have the power to take action. These laws were designed to shift the balance of power back towards seniors and families. Don't hesitate to use them, because your dignity and independence matter. Let me pause here and ask, did one of these laws surprise you? If so, drop it in the comments. I actually read through them, and it helps me know which topics matter most to you. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. That one click makes sure you don't miss the updates that could protect your money, your health, and your future. Number 5. Power of attorney fraud safeguards. One of the most dangerous documents for seniors is the power of attorney. In the right hands, it's a lifesaver. Someone you trust can manage your finances or healthcare decisions if you can't. But in the wrong hands, it can be a disaster. Seniors across Canada have lost their homes, savings, and independence because a so-called trusted person abused their power. In response, 2025 brought new safeguards. Financial institutions now flag unusual transactions tied to a POA. Some provinces even require dual signatures for major asset sales. These changes are designed to stop fraud before it empties your bank account. But here's the thing. Laws alone can't protect you if your POA isn't set up carefully. If the person you appointed years ago no longer feels trustworthy, or if your situation has changed, it's time for a review. Consider naming more than one person or appointing a neutral third party for big financial decisions. And make sure your family, doctor, and bank all know who your POA is and what their limits are. This document is the single most powerful tool someone can have over your life. Treat it like a loaded weapon. Put it only in the hands of someone you truly trust and keep it updated. Number 4. Rental law changes for seniors. For seniors who rent, the fear of being forced out of your home is very real. Rising housing costs and predatory rent-evictions have made it worse. But in 2025, new protections came into effect. Provinces like BC, Quebec, and PEI introduced laws capping rent increases for seniors, extending notice periods, and requiring landlords to provide relocation support if eviction is unavoidable. In some areas, seniors even get priority placement on affordable housing waitlists. These changes acknowledge something obvious. Housing insecurity shouldn't be part of retirement. Still, the system only works if you know how to use it. Landlords count on tenants not being aware of their rights. That's why you need to document everything. Keep a paper trail of rent payments, letters, and conversations. If you get an eviction notice, don't panic. Contact your provincial tenancy board or a local advocacy group immediately. Many seniors don't realize they can fight unfair evictions and win. These laws exist to give you peace of mind in your golden years. But peace of mind comes from action, knowing your rights, standing firm, and refusing to be pushed around. Number 3. Automatic pension enrollment at 70. Here's a law that sounds helpful but can backfire quickly. Starting in 2025, if you delay collecting CPP or OAS past 65, the government will automatically enroll you at age 70. You won't have to fill out forms or apply, it just starts. For some, this is a blessing. You don't risk missing out entirely if you forget to apply. But for others, especially seniors still earning income past 70, this can trigger major problems. Extra pension payments might bump you into a higher tax bracket, reduce your GIS, or even cause OAS clawbacks. The worst part? Many seniors won't even realize it's happening until money starts showing up in their account, and by then, it might be too late to adjust. The solution is to plan before 70. Review your retirement income streams with an advisor and map out the tax implications. Sometimes it makes sense to start earlier, sometimes to wait, but don't let the government's default choice make that decision for you. Automatic enrollment was designed to prevent seniors from missing benefits, but without planning, it can feel more like a trap than a safety net. Number 2. Updated elder abuse laws. Elder abuse has always been a hidden epidemic in Canada, but 2025 marks a turning point. The criminal code now recognizes not just physical abuse, but financial exploitation, emotional manipulation, and even digital harassment as crimes when targeted at seniors. That means if someone is draining your bank account, isolating you from friends, or threatening you online, it's no longer dismissed as family drama or just bad behavior. It's a crime with real consequences. For too long, seniors endured this in silence. Now, the law is giving you a stronger shield. But laws only work if you use them. If you feel trapped, intimidated, or manipulated, you need to reach out. Every province has a seniors abuse hotline, often available 24/7. Calls can be anonymous. Police and social services now have more power to step in, investigate, and prosecute, even if the abuser is a family member. That's important Because most abuse actually comes from people the senior knows and trusts. It's not easy to report a loved one, but remember, this isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about setting boundaries and protecting others in the same position. The law is finally on your side. Don't hesitate to use it. Number 1. National Pharmacare Rollout. This is the big one. After decades of broken promises, Canada finally began the rollout of National Pharmacare in 2025. The first phase focuses on seniors and low-income families. Essential medications like insulin, heart drugs, and blood pressure prescriptions are now covered, either fully or at greatly reduced cost. For seniors living on fixed incomes, this can mean saving hundreds of dollars every single month. It also means fewer seniors will have to make the heartbreaking choice between groceries and medicine. This is more than a policy, it's a lifeline. That said, don't assume every prescription is free right away. The current program is limited to a list of essential medications, and coverage still flows through provincial health plans. That means you need to take action. Check with your doctor and pharmacist, confirm you're enrolled, and see which of your meds qualify. Over time, more drugs will be added, but acting now ensures you benefit from the rollout immediately. For many Canadian seniors, this law is the difference between struggling quietly and living with dignity. And if you've ever skipped a dose because of cost, this could be the most important law on the list. Here's the bottom line. Laws in Canada are changing faster than ever, and seniors are often the most affected. Some of these changes are protections you can use to your advantage. Others are traps waiting to catch you if you're not prepared. The common thread is simple. Awareness is everything. Review your will. Update your power of attorney. Double-check your retirement plan. And if you're in a care home or renting or facing tough health decisions, know the rights you've been given. Because in 2025, what you don't know can absolutely hurt you. But what you do know, that can save your money, protect your independence, and give you peace of mind. With that said, thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next one.